you I begin. I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard he scammer, had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in.
Hey everybody, welcome to No Holds Barred. I'm your host, Candice Bar. We have our co-host, Chris, with us, our Lux Media Studios engineer manager. And we do the show whenever we feel like it.
Yep, that's true.
And the show, No Holds Barred is really just our thoughts, opinions, whatever we want to talk about going on in the world within Lux Media Studios, anything else we want to talk about or get off our chest, that's what we talk about. So hopefully you enjoy it. We'd love to hear from you. So please reach out to us if you want us to touch on a topic that we haven't talked about before, or just reach out and say hello. So
we love it.
Yeah. Keep the comments nice. Mean comments get thrown away. So we don't really care about any mean comments. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to affect anybody sitting here. So, so we don't care. But we have so much to talk about because the last show we did was right before Christmas.
Yes.
And you drove across country to the East Coast.
Yes.
To be home for Christmas.
Crazy. I was nuts. Me and my partner, Katie, it was 52 hours out there. And then we made it in 48 hours on the way back.
Crazy.
That was quicker, even though it felt longer, which was weird.
Usually getting back home is always faster.
For me, it was actually slower. I think it was because I wanted to be back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just like, oh, all right, we already did this.
You're like, we're done. We're done here.
Let's get it done with.
How was the East Coast?
The East Coast was nice. It was great seeing everybody. I love seeing my family and all of them. And they were very excited, of course. They wanted to hear all the ins and outs of wonderful Lux Media. And I'm like, all right, well, I better see each one of you liking and subscribing. I'm like...
if you don't like and subscribe, we're no longer related.
Yeah. I'm like...
We're done. We're done here.
That's it. It was nice. It was... I forgot how fast everything is there, which was really great. That was the one thing I was kind of like, people move a little quicker. We're both from the East Coast. You know how.
Yeah, like I know that's a fact for like myself, but I don't. It's been such a long time since I've been back on the East Coast that I don't like really remember. I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like going to like just get food or go like even out to a bar. It was just like boom, 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 like super quick. It was weird. Everybody's more uptight, though. I mean, that's...
Tightly wound.
Yes, yeah.
Very tightly wound.
Like, they've got places to go, I guess.
Yeah. Everyone's like... I do remember, like, everyone always being on edge all the time. And so I can't imagine what it's like now.
Oh, God. I honestly... I was surprised that not as many places were, like, super COVID-y. You know what I mean? Like, on, like, their... Like, hey, let me see your car.
Like, I think California is one of the only places that actually does that.
When we were driving across the country, I think like there was more people not wearing masks than wearing masks. Well, whatever.
Yeah, we can cut out the word COVID or else we get flagged.
Yeah, this never happened.
This conversation never happened. What are you talking about? But you drove there because you have the dog. Is that why?
Well, that and also we had a lot of stuff back home that we really wanted to bring back. And
Got it.
Also, with all like those flight cancellations and all that, I was like, the last thing I need is to be like told that my flight is canceled, and then it's like, okay, well, how do I get on the next one? And they were like, oh,
like figure it out.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just like we didn't want to deal with all that, and like. Yeah, all the stuff that I was trying to bring back, like my record collection.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But it was nice. I mean, honestly, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was. I didn't like. I was excited to do the drive, and I love road trips, but there's also that part of you where you're like, oh man, you're in the car for like 2 days.
You're like, I'm good. Like I'm good for a while.
Like that's a while. I mean. Definitely, like, when we got back on Tuesday, like, getting back in the car, I was like, it's only 45 minutes. I'm like, it's only 45 minutes.
I was like, I just can't. And you guys did it straight through. You didn't even stop, really.
Yeah.
That's that's crazy.
We're crazy. What we were thinking was like, well, on the way back here there was all this bad weather. We hit a ton of rain and stuff, and like it snowed previously, so like we didn't catch any snow, but it was like a ton of snow all over the place. No chupacabra this time. Like that is sort of a weird story. Anyways, if any of you
that's right. You told me about that.
Oklahoma. If you're in Oklahoma,
let's hear about it.
On I-40 going east, just outside of Oklahoma City, somewhere around there, we saw this. It was like raining, and Katie and I saw this weird creature thing. We were literally just talking about how, wow, there's like so much roadkill everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, I was saying jokingly to her, I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about this, and all of a sudden I'm gonna hit something. And literally, like, no sooner than I say that, this thing is like, if like I'm driving right here, it would be like just a little bit, maybe like not even 10 feet in front of the car. I slammed on the brakes and I like swerved a bit to miss it. All you could see though, like in the light, when it's in the light, it was like its fur is like such a vivid gray. Like, I've never seen that vivid of a gray like, on an animal. You know what I mean? And then, but when it went out of the light, pitch black. Like, you could only see the outline of it.
Was it like a big, small?
Big.
Okay.
Because the back of it's like, you know how like dogs have the back of their leg kind of like goes like that? This thing was long. It had to be at least like 4 or 5 feet. Like,
wow.
And it went fast. Like, so as soon as we dodged it, and like we like turned to like look at it, and it like ran like this, it took off in this one direction, like this.
In the fields.
It was like in the just like gone. Gone. Like
interesting.
We tried to like watch where it was going, and it was just like,
I have no idea.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Like creepy. No head. Couldn't see a head on it. Neither of us. And like Katie asked me afterwards. She's like, She's like, what was that? And I literally was like, I don't know. And she starts laughing, and she's like, no, really. And I'm like,
I've never seen that before in my life.
I don't know what creature that was. So if any of our viewers, if you are in Oklahoma and you see something weird like that.
Actually, you know who's in Oklahoma might be able to. Remember Andrea and Lloyd that came to our event?
Yeah.
They live in Oklahoma.
Andrea.
Yeah, Andrea.
Be careful.
Do you guys have those things in Oklahoma?
I don't know what it was. I really don't. Like, and I'm very open-minded about, there's probably is plenty of weird things that we don't know about, but I've just never seen anything like that in person. Like, we talked about it for the next like hour and a half in the car, and as we were driving, it was that kind of like, okay, so did you see the same thing? Like,
am I crazy? Did I see something?
That's we were like, oh boy, are we losing it?
Hello, what's going on?
I'd be like, that's not good.
Chris and Katie's driving adventures through the U.S.
Crazy. Yeah. No more cryptid things.
Well, while you were on the East Coast, I was staying in a yurt.
Yes, a yurt. Where was your yurt again?
So I looked up on Airbnb. I've never actually Airbnb'd before this experience.
Would you do it again?
I would do it again. It was nice. So I looked up adult tree houses because I love adult tree houses. I've always wanted to own an adult tree house. If you've never seen an adult tree house, go on YouTube.
Google it.
They're fantastic. Like, a lot of them have running water, electricity, sometimes 2 or 3 floors. They're crazy. So when I Googled adult tree house to stay in or whatever, rent for the weekend, this place popped up. It was in Topanga. So it's in California. I've never been to Topanga before. I lived in LA for over 20 years. Never been to Topanga. Topanga is this like little area behind Malibu, kind of like going into the valley a little bit. It's this definitely artist area for sure, in the woods or in the forest. And I could see them having like progressive preschools and stuff.
Oh my God.
Like, that's the type of vibe that you're walking into.
Very crunchy.
Totally. And so the woman who ran it, really lovely. Like, that land, it's a lot of land. And it's really like walking into Narnia. Like, the whole thing, like, you're going over bridges, you're going over little rivers.
Oh my God.
To where her house is, and the house that you're staying in it's very separated.
Nice.
But it's really magical. Like there's lights everywhere. So at night, it's really beautiful. You hear the owls. Like you don't hear that in downtown Los Angeles.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like you're hearing insects, birds, all that stuff. It was really nice. You really didn't get cell phone reception, which was fine by me because it was the one time I think in my whole career that I actually got to shut off for a little bit. So that was nice. And there was like a little fireplace in your dome thingy.
Oh, wow.
So, and then, you know, she had like jazz music or different CDs, or you can hook up your phone. Very personalized. So when you went in, like she had this like bowl of like picked fruit from the land. Ready for you. She had like, you know, champs and champagne glasses for you, like a little note welcoming you. Really so nice. Yeah, that's really so nice.
Like,
you and Katie should go.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It's really fun. And like, there's like books. I guess she's been doing it for 5 years. So there's books of like past people who stayed in the little dome thingy, just their experiences and like what they got out of it and all this stuff. So you can sign that before you leave. And, it was very like, you know, very high touch, very detailed. So like what milk do you like to have with your coffee? Almond or ice milk? So she has that ready for you.
That's cool.
What's your diet like? Like she had some salmon in there, eggs, hard boiled. Like my diet's very high protein. So a lot of high protein things, like if you're not on a diet, she'll make scones for you.
Oh, wow.
So like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I got to read a whole book there. I haven't read a whole book.
What book did you read?
You know, I brought several because I have a ton of books I've never got to read or I never read. I brought several, but I read a book that was already there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's called, and I've heard of it before, but I never read it. And I got to read the whole thing. It was fabulous. It's called The Go-Giver. Mm-hmm. Oh. And it's about a businessman, him and like a group of his friends, all very successful, who all did business with each other just like and referred to each other just out of niceness in the beginning. They didn't all know each other. And then they all became friends and they all did business together. And because they were giving without expecting to receive, they all were super successful in business.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it was nice. It was it was a good time. I got to walk around a bit. It rained the whole time, but I was okay with that because it just was like nice with the whole scenery, I think.
It went with the vibe.
Yeah, totally. And I walked around a little bit and it was just nice. It was nice to unplug, unwind, kind of just like relax and not do much because that's really not a part of my life usually. And not have to make decisions all the time. So it was good. That was my Christmas.
Sounds like we both had really nice Christmases.
We had very different Christmases.
That's true. Yes, mine was very loud with all my family, and you had a very quiet.
Like do, like near the fire.
Nice and cozy.
Chris, like everyone's screaming.
I'm used to it. I have a very large family, so it's nice. You know, it was nice to see everybody, and I'm sure next year is going to be a little different because we have some new add-ons to the family, some new babies.
Oh, okay. I was like, ooh,
not
okay.
me.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
You're
what's
like,
going on?
No. Like we, that's if I'm like, that's way off.
down the line.
Yes.
Are you and your brother the quieter ones in your family? No, you're not. Okay.
No. Nick is. He's the louder version.
Really? Okay.
He's a little bit louder. But we have a very similar personality for sure. We have a lot of things. We have things in common, but then there's a lot of things where it's like, okay, that's Nick, and then that's me. I'm a lot more. I guess I would say like I'm a little more headstrong.
Okay, so he's more docile.
He is, but he's a people person.
Okay.
He's a real people person.
Okay.
He loves pleasing people, and I mean, when he comes, he's usually like the life of the party.
Okay.
You know,
like Nick's here.
Yes, yeah. If you ever watch The Christmas Carol, he's like the ghost of Christmas. Okay. Like very like great energy, just fun to be around. But I don't know, we definitely have our similarities and stuff, but. It was nice seeing everyone. I'm excited for him to be coming on out soon.
Yeah. So did we talk about this before?
I think we did. It was with John.
Okay.
We gotta
talk about that too in a second. But before we get to John, so Nick is Chris's brother, and Chris, as you know, is our studio manager engineer. And so Nick is his brother, like I just said, but he also went to school for the same thing. So we're bringing him on to Lux Media so they can work together, and Nick can be a part of the Lux Media family, which we're really excited about. I think he'll be a great addition.
Oh yeah, he's if I'm the audio, that's what I went to school for. He went to school for film, so it's like
perfect.
We're getting ready for some even more changes, everybody.
And I think it's super adorable that you guys are best friends.
Oh my gosh, we are best friends. I talk to him every day.
I don't talk to anybody every day.
Really?
No. Oh. Nobody.
We almost talk every day. Almost.
We communicate almost daily, but I don't talk to anyone every day. Nobody.
I talk to him probably every day.
That's
usually.
so cute.
I'm sure he when he watches this, he's gonna be like, sorry, bud.
So we're excited for Nick to come on. It's gonna be a great addition to the Lux team for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's skip over to John. As you can see, John is not sitting here with us. John, around New Year's Eve, actually, went into the hospital. Just wasn't feeling great. He does not have, what's going around supposedly, but he has been there since New Year's Eve. He's coming out tomorrow. He's coming out on Friday. Yay!
We are rooting for him.
Yes, he is okay. He is alive. Couple things going on, but I'm sure he'll share that next episode.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let him share that. He is okay. He's alive. He's surviving, and he's gonna be just fine. But he's had a little bit of a rough time, and also on New Year's Eve, while he was in the hospital, his car got hit by a drunk driver when it was parked. So the front is all messed up, but I actually think it's a blessing because he was complaining for a while that he wanted a new car, and now he can get one. So
that's true.
Happy accident.
A happy accident. Yes.
So yes. John, my goodness. What else is coming up? I mean, we have to share with Lux Media News, I'd say we have a lot of massive expansion happening.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I think we announced that we're opening up a second studio in Dubai before 2022 is over. But even bigger than that, I think I'm going to hold off to share that. But the level of expansion that we will be experiencing shortly is, not overwhelming in the sense of not professionally doable, but I think to hear it for some people is overwhelming to hear it. But we're ready.
Oh, we're more than ready.
We're good.
We're more than ready. It's just once it gets off the ground,
we're good.
That's oof. I wish we could. I wish we could tell them what we have planned, but it'll in due time.
Yeah. So just be ready for a lot of Lux Media Studio expansion. Be ready to hear about Lux Media. Everywhere. You won't be able to go to a deli without hearing about Lux Media. So
that's what we want. It's gonna be a household name. Yeah.
So if you're an entrepreneur, I think it's so funny. When people are like, "Oh, I'm starting a podcast," I'm like, "That's adorable." If you're an entrepreneur,
you need to.
Lux Media is it. This is the mecca for entrepreneurs. Yes. So yes. I would say get on the train while it's hot, because there's gonna be some point where you're not gonna be able to.
No, it will become a point where we will reach out to who we think will meet our criteria.
Right.
So
it's already kind of like that anyway. Yeah. It's kind of already been like that.
It's you gotta hop on. Don't miss this.
I agree. We've been telling people, so
it's up to you.
Right. We also newness news. We got our fabulous painting that I've been wanting for so many years.
Yes.
Before the studio was even built. So we got the new Leonardo DiCaprio Great Gatsby painting that I saw at a restaurant. They would not sell it to me for years, so I had it commissioned, and we got our own Great Gatsby.
Fine, you can keep that.
Yeah. And ours is even better.
Exactly.
So I love if you know me, I love the Great Gatsby movie. It's my favorite movie. I could watch it every day. Definitely, no problem. I love it. So we got the new painting in. We're getting new furniture in soon. We're getting a couple other new surprises in that nobody knows about. So there's a lot of new things happening for 2022. It's a lot of really big, really fun, really new things. Anything to add, Chris?
I want to say that while we have a lot of things going on and planned, I'm just really proud that our quality it's not stayed the same. It's gone up with everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I'm just really proud of where we're going, and I'm so excited to see. Once again, I'm like, I wish we could say what we're doing. It's really, really exciting. It's honestly, it's something that I don't think anybody has thought of quite yet.
I don't think so either.
Like, maybe on paper they've thought of it, but I don't think it's ever been done to this sort of level.
I don't think so either. I have not seen it. So
I mean, like,
that's why it will be a little much for like some people. So if you're not a doer and a big thinker,
yeah, your mind won't.
You won't be able to comprehend what we'll be announcing.
No, you gotta like more than this. You gotta be like fully like open to. Yeah, it's not even that it's like hard or crazy or not doable. It's just
it's just big thinking.
Yes,
big thinking, big doing.
Yes,
big thinking, big doing. The doing part is the most important part. The action part, I'd say. So I'm an action person. So I think
we're making moves.
Yeah, we make big, massive moves, big, massive strides. Really excited. 2021 was building, and 2022 is just massive expansion, I'd say.
Yes,
on many different levels.
Growth.
Yeah,
just like not stopping. You thought the train was gone before.
Yeah. This is now a rocket ship, so get on.
Way past that.
We're partnering up with a couple really cool organizations. Again, a lot of newness, which we can talk about, I think, next episode or so. But I'm telling you,
just lots of recap.
A lot of recap. Just be ready because things are moving. So
yeah, it's going to be a lot, and there's going to be a lot more services we're going to offer as well. That I think that even if you aren't in podcasting, that Lux Media could take your experience or your event to a certain level. So. Get ready for that too.
There's a lot. Like, I actually forgot about that. There's a lot. So we will be having menus and lists on our website. We're gonna even update the website. That's gonna be new too.
Everything. It's great. It's great.
It's a lot of fun stuff going on. So just stay tuned, and we're ready. We're excited. So I'm excited. I'm always excited I love new things. So
what's not to be excited about?
So I think that might be it for me. What about you?
I think so too. I think that, we'll see John for the next episode.
John will be back.
He'll be back in tip-top shape.
Yes. I was going to say he may not be 100%, but he'll be sitting here.
He'll be in shape.
I'm propped up against the corner somewhere with a juice box. Right? Yeah. John of all trades.
We love you, John. We miss you.
Yeah, he'll be back soon. He'll be all right. I think that's everything for us. So I'm going to sign off. We'll be back when we feel like coming back.
Yep.
And like I said, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you guys. Please. What you want to talk about, what you want to hear.
Yeah. We'd love to talk about anything you guys want to talk about. I mean, if there's something you want to know, or there's like a question about Lux Media or something that maybe we haven't talked about yet, or an aspect you want to learn, please drop it in the comments. I have to mention, finally, our magazine came out. So we've had Lux Life magazine for, I think it's going to be 3 years this year. And so we usually do the magazine quarterly, or we do special editions. Lux Life magazine, we only highlight female entrepreneurs in the covers. We only have female entrepreneur contributors, and we only have female entrepreneur advertisers. And we waited a little bit because we were looking for the right fit for our magazine person. We had found him. He created our magazine. So it's out now online. You can get yours if you go to Lux TV app. You can get your you can download the magazine from there. It will be in print shortly, but not at this second. It's already been in print before with past issues. We are featuring on the cover Miss Gloria Mayfield Banks, who is a top earner,
top earner in Mary Kay throughout the world. She's a powerhouse. We love Gloria Mayfield Banks. So she was a great interview. We have a lot of the contributors for the magazine. They did great articles. Do check it out. And if you want to be on the cover or featured or be a contributor or advertiser, please do reach out for that as well. We do have a great list of contributors already, but if we don't have your field or your kind of level of idea, we're always open to changing, shifting, and moving, and that's what we're really about. So, so yeah, that's fun. So go to Lux TV app to download the magazine and to watch the new all the new shows, or they can go to LL
Mag Official,
llmagofficial.com. Download the new magazine, and you should have the app anyway.
If you don't have the app, what
are we doing here?
Come on.
That app does so much, and there's so much in that app. Never mind all our show hosts, all our show newer shows and past shows. We have the magazine on there. We have our partnerships on there. So check it out. It's really filled with a lot of different stuff.
All the Lux content you need.
All the good Lux stuff. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you everyone for listening and watching. I'm Candice Bar.
And I'm Chris Hines.
And we will see you all again later. Bye, everybody.
Glutathione is a big word. It's the body's own master antioxidant. It's a scavenger for free radical, bacteria, and viruses. There are no products in the market with the ingredient NASET. NASET increases the production of glutathione that's in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system, elevate sense of well-being, support muscle strength and endurance, cognitive function, and liver support. It helps with increased energy and blood sugar regulation. Get your bottle of GSH Plus from www.salvationnutra.com.